swimming under. I'll just put my hands on the mat and start swimming up. Okay, because I don't want to get under. I keep grabbing this over, and my head comes to the mat here. Okay, now what I've got to do, collect this arm on this side, step over here, and if I can walk this up high, excellent. I'm using my head to pinch, and I come through to Kesakatami position, or however you like to attack your side control position. He's beat me to it, he knows what's up. I got to go over his head. This is coming under the arm. Okay, to lock my Kimura trap system, I'm just going over his shoulder behind his head here. So there, I'm under, and start inverting. I'm coming up for like the crab ride. I can come up to here, or I can go ahead and take the back.
Actually, a lot of really good leg lock practitioners have used the 411 position to actually transition to a top position and work their top games, okay? So we're here, what we're gonna go for is, I'm gonna hit a few different things here, like what ifs, if they do different things. When I'm here, what I gotta do is I gotta come up and get a base. So as long as I have this leg collected, I'm gonna bring this leg back, okay? So I'm bringing it back to here so I can start coming up, okay? I've gotta drive forward, I'm trying to drive across his body here, and I come up, all right? What I want to do is swim this hand for the underhook. My head's gonna be going to the opposite side here. When I come up here, I'm coming up, and my head's coming over here. Okay, I'm still pushing up this leg. I'm trying to drive my knee over to the mat to here. All right, so this is high, and I'm using my head and arm here to pinch. Okay, now I can easily step over and come through. Got it locked, I've collected the other leg. I'm gonna come up, and I'm start coming across. This is swimming under. I like to just put my hand flat on the mat and start swimming up, okay, because I don't want to get the underhook. We'll address that in a minute. I swim under, I keep driving this over, and my head comes to the mat here. Okay, now all I've got to do, collect this arm on this side, step over here, and if I can walk this up high, excellent. I'm using my head to pinch, and I can come through to Kesakatami position, or however you like to attack your side control position, okay? Key things are getting under the near side arm and getting your head to the other side and keeping that pinched. And that's what's going to, even if they do some counters we'll cover here in a minute, it's going to make it successful. Okay. Now I said you want this underhook. Okay. If he beats me to the underhook, it comes up on his elbow. Here. Like he's up on his elbow. This is where things aren't going to work out just like I want. From here though, what I can do is I can come over here right in my Kimura trap system. Now his strong defense has just backfired on him and put me in it's taking me out of the leg entanglement. So if he's also equally good at leg locks, instead of pummeling his legs in to counter me, now he's taken the legs out of the equation and giving me a full Kimura trap system, which is very one-sided. Here, start coming up, and he gets here. He's beat me to it, he knows what's up. I gotta go over his head. This is coming under the arm. Okay, to lock my Kimura trap system, I'm just going over his shoulder, behind his head here. To there, okay? I wanna lock right on the wrist. If I get up too high, he can power out. If I do accidentally get too high, I wanna slide it down. I get on the wrist, on my own wrist. Try not to use your thumbs if you don't have to, because you can put your wrists in a bind. Here, okay? If his head goes in, he pops his head in, this is fine. This is Kimura seatbelt. This is great too. If we get here, we can start working. I can try to hook up the crucifix. I can come up for the north-south. I've got a lot of options there from the Kimura trap. Okay. Another thing you can do also is if you kind of want to disengage from the 411 and go up for the back more or something, you can come in and disengage the leg and come under and start inverting and coming up for like the crab ride. I can come up to here, or I can go ahead and take the back. For the more advanced guys, you can get into that a little more. If you're newer to it, I don't recommend going that route yet. Okay, that takes a lot of efficiency, or you just completely lose the position. And we don't want to give up a very dominant position just to maybe get something. I'm loving that Kimura trap. Surprise, surprise. Because they don't have the options that you have. Okay, in the leg, like right here, this is how quickly this can happen, guys. When you're in the 411 position, saddle, whatever you want to call it, if I don't control, he can weave, pop this leg up. Now, he's got both my legs knotted together. Now it's even worse, okay? So you can be countered there, even though you have the dominant position. So we got to be careful there, okay? So I want us to add in that Kimura trap if you feel like you're ready to move on to that. All the other person has to do is you start coming up, get up on your elbow and get an underhook. And then that person can do the rest, okay?